Welcome back to Red and Blue. I'm Major Garrett. The chair of the DCCC, that's the Democratic Congressional Campaign Committee, for those keeping track at home, is locked in a tight House race in New York's Hudson Valley. Congressman Sean Patrick Maloney is facing off against GOP New York State Assemblyman Mike Lawler in the 17th District. The Cook Political Report, which keeps a very close eye on such things, recently moved this race from lean Democrat to toss-up. That happened on Monday, and that got a lot of people's attention. In response, this week the DCCC announced it is spending more than $600,000 on a new ad buy in this district. For more on all of this, CBS News senior White House and political correspondent Ed O'Keefe joins us now. Ed, catch us up on this race. Is it one Republicans could claw away from the Democrats? It would be a big clawing.
It would be, and we should couch this by saying that in midterm cycles like this one, where the party out of power has a chance, you've seen competitive races before across New York's Hudson Valley, Long Island, central New York, and parts of New England. The problem for Democrats this time is Republicans may be on the verge of clawing back several districts that have fallen out of their hands over the last 2 or 3 cycles and may be able to get them back. And they are now targeting Sean Patrick Maloney in such a way, either just to taunt him because they have so much money to burn, or because they legitimately think things are shifting in that region that's south of Albany, north of New York City, that could come their way. There's a few reasons to check out this district. First, as you mentioned, Maloney runs the organization that essentially is responsible for electing House Democrats nationwide. Usually you pick somebody who's in a safe district and can spend the cycle helping everybody else, raise money, offer advice, travel, serve as a national voice box. You can't do that this year. Second, New York Democrats were trying to do something to make it easier for them to hold on to these seats in competitive years by the way they drew the map after the census. And they were trying, in essence, to take back 4 or 5 seats that had been competitive or had been Republican in the past. But the judge here in the state said, you're not going to get to do that. We're going to redraw the lines. And that's what caused, for example, the primary, literally right here in Manhattan earlier this summer, where you had 2 longtime Democrats have to face off because of the way the lines were drawn. Maloney moves into a new district. Some say he should have stayed in the district he'd represented before. We talked to him about that and the controversy it caused here in New York. We talked to him about the fact that millions of dollars are now being unloaded on him by Republicans earlier today. Take a listen. What do you make of a Republican super PAC unloading $4.5 million on you?
Well, they're up to about $9 million right now, and that's $9 million they're not spending against other Democrats who I'm trying to get elected. So if they're going to blow $9 million trying to beat me, that's $9 million they could have spent winning some races somewhere else. So I think they're bad at their jobs, is what I think. And I think they made a kind of anger-based, emotional decision to go after me, some sort of grudge match or some sort of ego contest. I'll let them explain why they can't focus their dollars better, because I'm going to win this election. And when I do, they're going to wish they had that $9 million back.
Is what you're facing right now in this district of your own making? And the decision to run in this district as opposed to the other one?
I think there's been some confusion about this. I didn't go anywhere. A Republican judge redrew the districts in New York, and my home was placed in the district I'm running in. I'm the only member of Congress who lives in the district as created, and I'm going to run where I live. Now, for folks who think it's easy for a gay guy with an interracial family to win a Trump district, and then on top of that, run in one where he doesn't live, I don't think you know anything about upstate New York. It's important to me to live among the people I represent. But you can't say I haven't had to earn it. My goodness, we had a primary, I won it 2-1. And now we've got a tough general election, just like I always have. And I'm going out and making my case. So what I think is okay is if you give voters a choice and you trust their judgment, and that's all I've ever asked. I'm going to put my name on a ballot, and we're going to let the voters decide.
You heard Maloney mention that he is gay and that he has black children. He also told the crowd there at this assisted living facility that we saw him speak at that he's now set to be a grandfather. And so, look, he makes the argument this is where he lives, this is where he should be running. There was a lot of district shopping that went on among New York Democrats that were displaced during the redistricting. His point is, I stayed right where I am. Others would argue he could have shifted to the other one because more of his district is in that district next door.
Right.
Bottom line, Major, we shouldn't have to spend time in the Northeast. This covering House or Senate campaigns, for that matter. This is a region that has become a Democratic stronghold. The only Republican in Congress right now from New England is Susan Collins, the senator from Maine. Republicans may have a chance to pick off a bunch of seats in Rhode Island, in Maine, in New Hampshire, and here in New York that they probably shouldn't have been able to get their hands on. And that just shows you how potentially things are shifting, again, in an off year for the party in power, and a sign of how powerful these economic and inflation and crime headwinds may be for Democrats to address.
We only have about 30 seconds, Ed, but I hear in your voice a prelude to election night, meaning as you and I are going to be in New York with our entire team, looking at these House races in New York, in Maine, in Rhode Island, also possibly in 2 districts in Virginia, they could be early suggestive signs of what's going to play out.
Absolutely. And that's the signal we're trying to send, is if you only have to net 5 seats, House Republicans do, you could get most of them in the Northeast, New England, and Virginia. And if that happens, it's a prelude to a huge night for Republicans. If they don't, it's a sign that they're looking probably at a smaller majority, or somehow they're doing what Sean Patrick Maloney thinks they're doing, and Democrats are holding on. Stay tuned.
Ed O'Keefe, as always, we thank you so very much.